All righty. What's going on? All right, we are rolling. What's happening? This is Quan Fowler coming to you, the Texas Tenor. And I want to talk about on today the importance of having a mentor and a community to help foster growth. All right. So first of all, I'm Quamon Fowler, and I am a educator here in the DFW area, and also I guess you could say around the world. And it's in the areas of jazz improvisation, jazz education, and also music mentoring, music business, and entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And so I thought it'd really be good to kind of talk about this importance of having a mentor and, having community. Because I was thinking back on from the time I was in high school. When I was in high school, I had a mentor. My mentor is actually at our event yesterday. We had our second jazz workshop at Bandwagon Music Store and Repair here in Fort Worth. And Miss Rochella Parks Washington, she has always been an inspiration, a motivation, and one who got me started with playing 2-5-1s on the piano, the voicing. And also she turned me on to a lot of jazz that I'd never heard of, artists that I'd never heard of. And she encouraged me to tell my story and to just be you and preach through that horn. And so, but she was a mentor. She was an encouragement. She was the bridge between the knowledge I had and the knowledge that was available. And so she was one who kind of helped me to make some leaps and bounds. It's one thing to be talented. It's one thing to have natural ability, but it's another thing when you have somebody who knows how to kind of tilt you and focus you on certain things so that you can, make progress, make good progress, and have the insight from somebody who has been living longer than you and someone that has been doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do longer than you. I mean, it's just great. You get a chance to leverage and take advantage of those resources and insights and wisdom that they have. And so I've seen time and time again, so many musicians are not just musicians, people in general who kind of are insecure and they stay to themselves. They don't want to allow themselves to be vulnerable or show their flaws to people. They have a tendency to be off to themselves and hold on to their insecurities or allow their insecurities to keep them away from others and being honest with others or being accountable to others. And so what ends up happening, they end up stuck and they're not able to develop. They're not able to grow. And it can be damaging to them personally, but also to the environment, to the community, because if you have something special, God-given, I mean, it needs to be shared. And it needs to be a benefit, or it can be a benefit to people if you would actually focus on the self-development or focus on better crafting your ideas or packaging up what you have so that you can present it, to your community. And so I would say just personally from Rochella and then moving on to when I went to college, I spent a year at Weatherford College, and Tom Birchall was an influence. A big. He was our band director at Weatherford College, and Tom was just our coach. He was always letting us know about how the industry is, the music industry, what you need to do in order to work, and how you need to be prepared. And he would be honest, making sure we were professional, we were on time, and taking care of business. He was really one that would stay on us about all of those things. So I stayed there a year, but I wanted to go to Louisiana to study with Alvin Baptiste. Now, Alvin Baptiste was a phenomenal clarinetist and educator in New Orleans, Baton Rouge area. Branford Marsalis went to Southern. Wessel Anderson went to Southern. Different artists. What's that? Donald Harrison, another saxophonist that was there, that went there. Fred Jackson, Fred Sanders, Keith Loftus. These are all phenomenal jazz musicians now. So I was able to go to Southern and be mentored by him, Mr. Baptiste. And so he was excited to have me as a student because, he recognized the talent that I had and the hunger I had. And so he was able to just, take me under his wing and really just feed me, and he was inspired. I was inspired. And that's how things happen. I met other musician friends, and we would practice together. We would play gigs around town. And so that helped my development. That helped foster growth. And so these are just some examples of how I was able to make progress in my life through having mentors and people who were in the community who were affected by the same mentors. They have experiences. They are working on stuff. They are resourceful, so it's like we all can benefit from being a part of a community. And so I've always believed in that and seen that even, spiritually, when you have a pastor or an elder or somebody who can give you the wisdom that you need on just personal decisions that you need to make. And even when you're connected to a local church, you have a group of people who are like-minded that can encourage you to, live out the life that you so desire to live. And so if you look at it, and this is a trip because this is a principle that is applied to every environment, every culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a mentor and then, community. So the same thing happens in business and networking. That's one of the things that you get when you go to conferences. You network with others. It's a community of people who are looking for opportunities, who are trying to expand their business and get new connections for new opportunities and stuff like that. So that community is going to always, that element of having a community a part of whatever it is that you are doing. When you're connected into a community or you have a mentor, you know what I'm saying, you're able to move and grow. And even when you're out of school, you know what I'm saying, college is there to serve as that. You're paying, thousands of dollars for it. It's not necessarily going to guarantee you work once you get out of college. But it does keep you up to date on, it should, I would say, keep you up to date on the latest practices and what's going on in the marketplace, and also connected with other like-minded individuals who are going in that same direction. And so what ends up happening, the value comes from the people in the community, because you can have friends and peers, colleagues or whatever that have some insight or resources that you will be able to benefit from just from being in that environment or talking and connected with that community. And so those are just principles. And so being a musician, what I've seen too when cats get out of school, we have a music community, of course, but it's one of those things where everybody is kind of fending for themselves. It's like people are seeing what's going on in the marketplace, but don't really know how to navigate it. They're still kind of going through the flow. We see social media used so heavily, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all of those things, people posting and stuff. But I'm seeing a lot of musicians are still not connecting the dots right when it comes to even how you would promote a single, or you have music that you want to express or to publish, but you really don't know how to make money off of it. We are still, of course, called on to play for events and weddings and corporate meetings and different things, festivals or whatever. But still, you got to pay attention to your audience. You got to pay attention to your audience. You got people on the outside looking in, and they see your posts pop up every day. But what are you doing? Do you have a strategy implemented on how you're going to use the attention of the people that you keep, that you're in front of, and implement it into something that will benefit you and your business? And it's not to say that it's all about, using the people or making money off of the people that you're in front of, but it's reciprocity. So it's like people want to sow into you, or people want to support what you're doing, but you haven't thought about creating other things or other products and services that will benefit your community, so that both they could benefit from the experience that you have, and you can benefit from them wanting to take advantage of what you have to offer. And I think a lot of guys or musicians, they miss all of that because they're so focused on the music, or they're so focused on just getting gigs. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a mentor that has the perspective and is, mindful of how to operate and function as a music business person, and also a musician, and then you have a community of like-minded musicians that are kind of all thinking on the same page, you know what I'm saying? You're going to always be challenged and always be be seeing like what is the best way to function as a musician in 2023 or 2024, right? Because things are changing. It's like trying to hit a moving target. And so if you want to be profitable as a musician, I would say it would be to your detriment if you don't get a mentor and you don't lock into being a part of a community. And so with that said, on yesterday, we did our second jazz workshop with Mr. Andre Hayward. And Andre laid down some great information from the standpoint of how to navigate building on playing through changes using the numbers. And it was good. It was helpful for me. You know what I'm saying? And so I know it was helpful for the people who were there. And we had a good turnout. And he took us through the building blocks for building, starting to build a foundation for soloing. Because I know a lot of people want to understand how to better, increase their vocabulary when it comes to jazz improvisation. Okay. And so We have that available inside of Texas Tenor Academy. And also I made it, I recorded it. So it was on Zoom. We were there in person, but I recorded it. And so I have a rotation where every month we're going to be doing these workshops at Bandwagon in person. But also, we're going to be including that for those people, access to it for those people who aren't local and who are around the world or the country and who want to participate in those workshops. Okay, so sometimes we'll deal with the music, and then sometimes we will deal with music business. These last couple ones we had, we dealt with the music and we dealt with improvisation. Quincy Phillips was on the first one, a phenomenal drummer from Baltimore, and then Andre Hayward from Austin. He's actually from Houston, but he was here on the second one. The next one that I'm doing is we're going to focus on the Iwi, which is with D'Anthony McGee on January the 26th. And we have a performance the next day on the 27th where we're going to play some tunes and really kind of showcase the Iwi. All right. So, all right, how can you be a part of this community and what you get? So first of all, what you get is access to the workshops monthly, access to weekly Zooms. So I'm going to be doing weekly Zooms where they're going to be set up like a mastermind session. So we'll get a chance to meet and talk to some of you on Zoom and kind of hear what you're working on or some of the hurdles that you have and how to get over those things from week to week. And also, like I mentioned, the monthly workshop. And then you will have access to all of the previous content that is inside of TeXas10er Academy, like all of my approaching changes, the shared sessions, webinars, different master classes and stuff. You'll have access to all of those things inside of the Academy. And if you are still watching this and this bonus is still on the table, I was doing a special bonus going into the new year, and this is going to be off the table once the 2024 hits. But I was including a one-on-one lesson with me that you'll be able to get on top of everything else that you'll be able to get. So if you want to do that, you can get the link, click the link below, and there's a 7-day trial, and you'll see everything inside of Jazz Webshed, but inside of TeXas10er Academy before you're charged for the annual subscription. I'm just doing an annual subscription, and this is something that I really want you to be serious about. I'm serious. This is a lifestyle for me. Being a teacher, playing and performing and creating content and marketing, all of this stuff is what I do. I enjoy doing it. And if you need help, you would like some accountability, that's what this is about. So if you want to do it, go ahead and click the link below and look forward to working with you over the next year. Now, keep in mind the pricing is going to change. If you don't take advantage of it at this particular point, you might go back, in January and look, and the pricing is different. So I'm just letting you know, especially the workshops. We did the workshops for the people who just want to check out the workshops. They were $20, but definitely going into the next one and moving on, those prices have changed. So if you are not a member of the TeXas10er Academy, then of course you got to deal with paying for whatever it's going to cost for each isolated workshop. But if you're a part of the Academy, it's going to be included in your membership. So just wanted to say that and talk about mentorship and community. And I am creating this environment for you. And it doesn't have to always be school. You know what I'm saying? We're out of school. Some people are out of school. Some people are in school. But still, you need to have a community. You need to have that mentorship to help you grow. And so that's what I'm all about. moving into 2024. So that's it for now, and I hope this was helpful. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Texas Tenor Academy YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you go over there and follow that. And that's it for now, and we will see you on the next one. Hopefully I can get another video in before the turn of the new year, but that's all for now, and we will see you again really soon. All right, peace.